Hi guys, it's Aegis here, and today I'm going to do another premium deck profile. And this time what I will be doing is a Dimension Police deck profile, mainly focusing on Dimension Robot. Dimension Robo. I've been testing this deck for weeks. I think at the moment it is great, but there are some rooms that is adjustable for now. But let's go through it. So first, I'm running Dimension Robo Goyusha. In the current premium format, being able to strike first sometimes very helpful. And if you are going first, when you have Goyusha and you run on to grade 2 when your opponent is grade 1, you can already superior right to your grade 3 and strike next turn. So this can help you to do a lot of things. You can group yourself with different grade 3s so you can have an easier game as long as you have other 3 Dimension Robo, including this card of putting in the soul when your Vanguard is grade 2. So key. And then I am running 4 of the Super Dimension Robo Dieliner. This will be your main Vanguard for all of the time. Since he can give all your grade 3 10k shield, which of course G-Zone will also support that. And you get to counter +1, so +1 to look at top 7 cards of the deck to add 1 normal unit to your hand. If it's a grade 3 that you reveal, you also get 20k and a crit. So if you are going first using Goyusha, you can already superior into Dieliner and use that skill, grab yourself a grade 3 with a force marker hitting for 43k to crit when your opponent is on grade 2, which push them hard enough, and next turn actually they might be on grade 1 if you are going first, so you can hit them hard, and then when they ride their grade 2, they just hit you, maybe not hit, the next time you can strike. So very strong, can be defensive, can be offensive, and it's a Dimension Robo, so you can easily superior as long as you got your parts. And then I am running 4 of the Dinosaurs, 3 grades as a rearguard. Give your Vanguard 10k and 1 drive as long as your Vanguard is 35k or more, which is easy. You get your force 1 markers on your Dieliner. You get a grade 3 is already 43k itself, so easy. Even if you stride with a force marker, usually it's a 13k Vanguard with 15k plus on grade 4 and 10k plus, which is 38. It's already above 35, so very easy to get done. His first skill is a Vanguard skill that for each damage you have during your turn you get 5k. Usually you will try not to ride this guy, but if you need to, at least he can be with a high power to help you push some damage, but most of the time he will be called as a rearguard to help your Vanguard to get 10k and a drive. And then I am running 3 of the different versions of that Kaiser. For now, this spot is adjustable. You can use Daiusha if you want, but for now try to keep it as a Dimension Robo grade 3, because your grade 4s will be able to work with him, and also all of these Dimension Robo, so you can have 3 different options for you to superior with your Goyusha, but most of the time you're going for Dieliner. Yeah, so that will work. But if you are starting to lack grade 3s and you sometimes do want some shield break, you have your Dai Kaiser here. But this spot it's up for adjustment. Choose the grade 3s that you want. And for grade 2s, I am running 4 of the Dai Dragon. Of course, Dimension Robo focus, so you can use Goyusha easier. And Dai Dragon can be a 20k attacker, can help your Vanguard to get 5k. so easier for you to reach the 35k requirement if you, for example, can't get anything from Dieliner and you need something to have you push the power up, then there you are. And then yes, this is a Mega Colony card, but I'm using it as a proxy for the upcoming Dimension Robo 12k grade 2, which is exactly this the same type of this card, but it's a Dimension Robo Dimension Police version. So for now, since I don't have that card yet, we still need to wait for 3 weeks until we actually get the booster. So I'm using this card as a proxy to replace. Again, it's a Dimension Robo, it's a 12k, high defensive, no shield value, but easier for you to secure ride. Even if you can't or if you don't have anything, it's still a 12k, so it's not that easy to go through. Also, I'm running 2 of the Barrett. This card is still useful because whenever he appears on a radar circle, you can give your Vanguard the skill to when attack kind of +1 and draw 1. So draw cards is good, and since most of the clans are still using like 9Ks, Vanguard or Regards, so you can still be able to hit something. And after you use Goisha skill, usually you need to call 3 cards on the field. Then you will lose a lot of stuff, and he can help you to draw something back. In entering Greek ones, of course we are running 4 Die Brave. Soul Blast will get 5k, easier to hit the 35k target or adjusting your numbers as you need. As long as your Vanguard hits, you can put this card into Soul and draw 1 card, so draw you cards and also help you gain Soul, so you can use more Dieliner skill and other skill that requires Soul Blast, like this or maybe another Die Brave. Also this card, Die Marina. As long as this card appears, by Soul Blasting 1, select one of your Vanguard during the turn. When that that Vanguard attacked in that battle, when your opponents need to core their Guardians, they need to at least core 2 cards from hand if they are guarding from hand. So it's during the battle, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if you superior core this card during the battle, you can still Soul Blast 1, select your attacking Vanguard. Since it's already attacking and it's in the battle, then your opponents will need to put more cards from hand to guard if they are not calling G Guardians. But again, correct me if I'm wrong, but for now I think that's how it works. And then I'm running 2 of the Dielander so I can easily stop the intercepts. Sometimes intercept can be annoying, and even against mirror, because you can get 10k shield from Dielander, and sometimes that can be annoying if they can intercept with the Great Freeze. So Dielander is there. And then I'm running 2 Dielions. If you are not running Die Kaiser, you can run other Dimension Robo Great ones, maybe like more of these. But since I'm running Die Kaiser and sometimes I do want my limit break early, I'm using Dielion here. And if you can't find any use of Dielion, you can always use as a parts for Goyusha skill, the docking formation. And I'm also running 2 of the new Commander Laurels, since he can help you double your power, get extra crit, so you can like if you just normal ride your Dieliner and have all your regards ready, you can always pump your Dieliner power double to like 86 and give it extra crit if you know your opponent's not having a lot of hands, and maybe like they call a lot of stuff, so you know they don't have a PG in hand. You can always use this and give the crit. And also you can also give your G units double power and gain one crit. So for example, if you're using the grade 4 Excalibur with a lot of power and don't have a crit, but you know it will withstand, even though it will lost the drive, so Commander Robo can help you out sometimes. But do remember, he's not any Dimension Robo, so you will not be able to use him to combine. And for triggers, I am running 4 of the die battles crits, 4 of the gain the soul draw 1 crits, which you can switch it with the strike order crit if you prefer to have more strike orders. Then 4 of the PG heals and 2 of the new 20k vanilla heals, and 2 of the allows you to counter charge or soul charge when you call G Guardian heals. So you can always get a chance to soul charge or counter charge if you need. So entering G zone, first we are running 4 of the Geomaglass. This will be your first 2 strike, of course. So Geomaglass skill is permanent on Vanguard and G zone. If it's face up, your Regard or Guardian grade 3 will get 5k power, 5k shield, and intercept. So combining with Byliner, basically you will stride and flip 1 pair with the second skill, which is Counterblast 1, flip 1 G zone face up, and look at the top 7 cards of the deck when you attack, and call 2 to the Regard circle, shuffle your deck, and then for each grade 3 on your field during the battle, this unit will get 1 crit. So basically, when you have your Diner here, you will strike in the Geomaglass attack. Then of course you may have some other combos to do. Then flip 1 over. Then all your grade 3s on the field will already have 10k plus for power and shield. And you will call 2 units and usually gain a crit. So you're hitting for 2 damage at least. And the power is high because you are using your force marker, so you will be at least hitting for 38. And if you have a Dicesaurus already, you can attack with your Dicesaurus, put that in soul, get extra 10k and 1 drive, and this will hit for 48 4 drive, and you get to call 2 cards. Then once you finish striding, you have 2 face up. Then all your grade 3s just becomes, except Vanguard, will get 10k plus, 10k shield, intercept, and as long as you use grade 3 to guard, they will get extra 10k shield. So every single of your grade 3 will become 20k shield after you first stride, and when you stride again and flip another one, all your grade 3s will get 20k power, 20k shield, and with Dyliner you will be having 30k shield for your grade 3s, which is normally higher than your G Guardians. So you become very, very tough. And then I'm running 2 of the final Dimax DX. So this will likely be your first stride normally, because you can, when attack, flipping 1 G zone face up and choose all your rested units to your soul, and then look at the top 7 cards of the deck, and then from the highest power to the lowest power, you call the number of units based on your face up G zone, which likely will be 5 when you strike 2 times, and this is your 3rd time. Then you can call 5 And if you use this cost by putting cards into your soul, you put 4 or more regards to your soul. During the turn, all your units will get 10k at a crit. So very high power after this. And since your Geomaglass is also still face up, if you able to call like a grade 3 out or maybe 2, then you are giving all your grade 3s extra 30k and also crits. So this is already hitting with crits. This will give all your Vanguard regards 10k and crits. So you are always trying to hit your opponents with crit, so they have to drop a lot of hands to guard. And then another card that helps you to gain crit will be your normal final Dimax, which you likely not going to use it. Most of the time, even though he can get a lot of power, he can give all your front row Dimension Robo unit 5k and crit, and combining with Geomaglass, you will get like 25k. So still hitting high, still getting crits. But if you have a usable field, like a field with 4 or more cards, you can basically use Final Dimax DX instead of your Final Dimax, because this card will not allow you, like not helping you to call any units. But if you have a strong field and you don't want to put them into the soul, then you can strike into Final Dimax and use this skill. Since you have 4 Geomaglass face up, so it's easy for you to get the 5k and 1 crits. And sometimes that free crit attack will help you win the game sometimes. Then I'm running 2 of the Excalibur. It's a great card, and it's so easy to gain power because as long as it's GB free, for each face up GB zone you get 10k. And when attack, you counterblast 1 and flip 1 G zone face up. If it's 40k or higher, you can get 1 drive. And when battle ends, if this card have 80k or higher, you can stand it and minus 4 drive. So you already have 4. Your first 2 strike will already have 4. Then maybe you use a G Guardian or 2. Then if you use 3 G Guardians, then great, you just strike into this, and you already, like, for example, if this is what you have, and you're already gaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7k, and your base is 28. So if you want to stand him and minus 4 drive, you just need 1, 2, 3, 4, and flip, because 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, 78, and a force marker will be 88. So you just basically need to strike into Geomaglass 2 times, and you can already use your Excalibur with force marker. And if you use your G Guardians, then it's even crazier. Or if you strike once more with other stuff and strike into this, then your power is even higher. So you can see this deck have a lot of high power value. Also, you do have your GB8. If your field is strong, you have your full field, then you basically will just get 50k and 1 crit, and it's so easy to reach 80k as long as you have 5 regards. Let's count again. It's 28 plus 50, which is 78, plus 1 force marker is 88. So as long as you have a full field, you strike into your GVA, you already have fulfilled the requirements to gain 50k 1 crit hit for 88, maybe boosting like over 100k, and then spread all the 10k to your regards for each crit that you have. So likely the 60k to all your regards, and so they are hitting big numbers, and again, don't forget your Geomaglass is giving 20k to your Great Freeze, so imagine how big the power is. And for G Guardians, I'm using the X Glyph. If you are needing the extra 4k to guard, then you can discard a card, and it's so easy to gain the 10k, so always good to have. Then the Enigma Shield, usually very easy to use, so if you don't want to waste anything, you can just call this G Guardian. It's sealed G Guardian because always allows you to minus 5k on an opponent unit and gain 5k for your Vanguard. Sometimes that 5k matters, and you can pump your Vanguard 5k, make sure it blocks, and minus 5k on other units that is going to attack, so you can save yourself, but it's only on during the battle, so you likely need to minus 5k on the attacking one. And then I am using the Dolphin ship because it's so easy to gain 15k shield to reach the 30k requirement, unless you're facing a field controlling deck that always makes you have nothing left. And also do remember to take care of this guy when you're using Daikaiser or Geomaglass, because all your tank Great Freeze becomes a very good shield and can intercept, so you sometimes will intercept your Great Freeze first, so making this guy hard to use the skill, but you need to be very careful on your field condition. Like if you know your opponent is going to attack and retire your stuff, then you're likely to going to intercept with your Great Freeze first. And then I have a GO5 here, always easy to use, so blasting a 5k or higher card to get extra 10k, and if you take a damage, at least a damage, then you can get also a 5k shield, so easy 30k shield sometimes helps you survive. And since you're using Goyuja to superiorize your Dieliner, so you should always have a 5k or higher card to Soul Blast. So let's talk about how you should run this deck. Of course, you will ride into some great ones, doesn't matter which one you ride, and maybe you can call another Die Brave so you can get in the soul and draw one. And next turn, make sure you ride into a Dimension Robo, which in my list all your grade 2s are Dimension Robo, so that should not be a problem. And you just need to call 3 more Dimension Robos, anything, and combine superior into your Dieliner. If you're going first, great. When your opponent is grade 1, you use this skill, swing them hard, push the damage, and if you're Dinosaurs, you can get also 10k to drive, easy. And starting from next turn, you will just strike into Geomaglass. If you have a Dinosaurs by then you can use Dinosaurs attack for your soul, so you can keep another line here. It might be a, let's say like this, then you put your Dinosaurs there, you attack with this, flip one up, look at 7. Of course, if you attack two times and you have like grade 3s and grade 2s, and of course you can call 1 out, and you can call like 1 out, something like that, or you can call 2 grade 3s out depending on what you see, or even calling your this here, Soul Blast. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Soul Blast, and your opponents will need to give at least 2 cards from hand if they are guarding from hand, which this card will usually be able to gain 1 crits, hitting for 38 at least. So it's not easy to guard. And if you got any triggers, you can put in a Vanguard or Vega depending on situation, and after that you are swaying. Then your eyeliner or any of your Great Freeze are now plus 10k power, 10k shield forever on the field. It's Brigade and Guardian. And if your opponent's hitting your heart, you can just intercept as a 20k shield, and next turn you stride into Geomaglass again and do the same thing. Usually opponents will be dead by then because you're hitting high numbers, high crits, and if they're not dead yet, the next turn, depending on your field, if you have a good field like this, then you will probably use your normal final Dimex and flip and do something. If not, then you will be using your DX and DX so that you can squeeze 4 or 5 regards depending on how your hand and field is, and call something else and give them more power and crits, and hopefully you will have some great use for intercept and shield again. Then next turn you will likely just go into X Gallop and swing something. That usually should win you the game. And well, if you can't win still, you still have Dimex here to help you get some crits. You still have your GP8s to get you some great power and crits. But normally, you should be able to win from here. Usually. And since this deck helps you search so much, like you search once here for your strike folder, you search here, you search here for your attackers, and you search here if you don't have a good field and you want to have a better field, at least a chance to get a better field, then there you are. So it shouldn't be a very big problem for you to set up a good field with this deck. The only issue is this card with no shield value, but for defensive it's great. And sometimes because you're calling a lot of Great Freeze, so you might not be able to have enough strike folders. So if you really feel you need more strike folders, you can switch maybe 2 or 3 of this card to the new strike folder crits. But for now, I think it is good enough for me. But if you do think you prefer the strike folder crits, go for it. Yeah, so that's basically how the deck runs and how the deck looks. It's quite easy to pilot. You just try to go first and then superiorize to your eyeliner. If not, just keep your goal user here, since it's always can be a 5k boost, and once you go to final Dimex DX, you can just eat it for something else, so never going to hurt you using goal user. And I think there's also another grade 2 Dimension Robo from the new set, but since I don't want to proxy too much cards to make my opponents confused, I'm only using this card because it's a vanilla, it's 12k, nothing else, easy. Just tell them it's a Dimension Robo variant of this card, then everyone understands. Yeah, so that's it for this deck profile. Let me know any questions you have with this deck, and I will try to answer them. So do let me know and you will also be able to see some fight videos involving this deck, because I've been testing it before and after I pull and collect my Geomaglass. So looking forward to that. Stay tuned so you can see how this deck works. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.